never forget that day.
Up, Norman.
Hero of the hunt.
No, you are not. LaGuardia, Cessna 365 now, 1500.
We are heading for the hunt.
Negative. Disregard that last transmission.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia.
Negative, that was transmitted in error. Take your hand off the mic, Norman.
We are going down.
No, we are not.
We can get a view. You want to try to land runway 13?
Negative, everything's fine here. We're continuing as planned. That's it, Norman. I'm plugging out your intercom circuit breaker.
Birds. What the deuce?
Oh, shitballs! No. Fucker.
Wilson, where are you? Wilson! I'm coming!
Shut up, Norman.
Shit. Stop the stopwatch. And up we go. Oh! He's having a baby. He's lost. He's rocking back and forth. Look. So I have to start the whole shot again now. The whole thing all over again. And it's dead night. 07020 knots. So I'm facing right into the window. New York helicopter terminal, and I can't remember the name of the fucking place, so now I have to go look it up. Here we are in Manhattan Heliport, and we're going to take off in this microlight. We're going to climb to the top of the building 3 times, come back, and then stop the stopwatch. So, where's my stopwatch? Bollocks.
I've lost an engine. I've hit the right prop on the runway. Just go down, just touch it. There we go. Good. Oh, whoa. Am I alive? Oh, Jesus Christ. Where's the runway? There it is. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're gone. We're gone. That's what happens when you go below blue line speed in an engine failure. Go on, Missy. Hitch down. There you go. Top's coming up. Hold it level. It's going to stall. Otherwise. Oh no! Don't do this to me! It's too late! It's too late! Just don't stall and go into the water! Oh my god. That is. Fuck! Adding power. And up we go. Oh, I missed it! Shit! I fucking crashed. Fuck! Oh, this looks really bad. Brace for impact. I've got to try and stop this before the end.
No, try not. Do or do not.
Oh, thank God. Yoda, you are so wise.
Nothing more will I teach you today.
At last, I'm going to steal an airplane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You okay?
Yeah, can I have a look around?
You can. Can I help you? Are these keys for Cessnas?
There we go. Nice, simple start. In real life, when you're flying, you've got your life in your hands. So it's very, very important, obviously, to have the appropriate licensing, the appropriate training, including safety training, etc., etc. Whereas when you're at home in your flight simulator, there's no risk at all. Okay, she wouldn't even shake my hand at this point. It was going very, very badly, and I had probably made a fool of myself. But then it dawned on me, the 4 magic words: I have a jet.
How long we will fly with this ship?
We'll go around Wicklow a little bit.
Oh no, but when we will change the plane? You know, for the private jet, what you told me, champagne.
Oh yeah, I lied.
Hello everybody, and today is a very, very special video. We're going to announce the winners of the shout-out competition. This next channel is called Reaction Review, and I've got to say, for an X-Plane channel, this guy is putting in a lot of work. All right, I'm going to hit subscribe on his channel, and you should as well.
Now I've fucked it up again. I'm way too high, and I've got to do the whole shot all over again, which is fucking fantastic. Recording, sound. No! Where's rain? Where is fucking rain gone? Bugger! If this doesn't stop now, I'll have to do this take all over again, and I won't be happy. I'll not be happy. Please stop. Please don't make me do this all over again. It's late at night. Please stop. We're driving it in a bit. Hold on, hold it up. Oh, right, that one up. And now I have to do the whole shot all over again.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. Floaty, floaty landing. That was not a floaty, floaty landing. And I'm way off the runway and I have to do the whole shot all over again. Brilliant. Just fantastic. That's just brilliant, that is. Okay, I can't seem to fly this at all. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I've bust the G limit. Okay, I don't feel very comfortable looking at this at all. I think we need something that can handle the force, the G forces that are applied.
I sense much fear in you.
Oh God, he's back. I shouldn't have said force.
How embarrassing.
You know, the aircraft kept coming apart because it couldn't take the G force. You'll be laughing when I get this down without the force, Yoda.
You are reckless.
Maybe, but look what I'm going to fly. Well, I'm too heavy. I need to drop those fuel tanks. R2, see what you can do back there. Okay, looks like I can just about keep it. Oh.
Use the force, Luke.
Oh God, Obi-Wan is here as well. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. Oh, bloody yeah. Stay on target. Stay on target. Of course, now I'm doing floaty floaty. This is just not going to do. Okay, I'm going to have to take the flaps up and drop the lift. Oh! Okay, 140 knots. Hopefully I'll stop by the end of the runway, but I'm not too sure. Now, that seems to have done it. So, Yoda, what do you think?
See through you, we can.
That may be so, but the FA-18 has a much higher G-force tolerance.
How can this be?
It's G-force, Yoda. It's nothing to do with your forces.
Dangerous and disturbing, this
Look,
possibility.
let's be quick about this. There's a dark side of the force, your side of the force, and G-force.
No, no.
We might also have a G-force, but nobody can find it. Time for murder, death, kill. The bombs will actually drop. I've highlighted it for you. Oh, it's Sam. Sam. How dare he interrupt my tutorial? Bombs away.
Es ist dem Feind gelungen, die Front in breiter Formation zu durchbrechen. Im Süden hat der Gegner Zossen genommen und stößt auf Stahnsdorf vor.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen.
Mein Führer, Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Niederträchtige, treuloser Feind! Feiglinge! Verreiter, Versager! Sie ist ohne Ehre! Sie wird das saufen in ihrem eigenen Blut!
Yes, I don't like trains particularly. I don't like them. I just don't like trains. Must be something to do with this freak. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh no, I didn't get the train itself. Cheeky bastard. If it's the last thing I do... Oh, brilliant, now my engine's dead. Okay, I'm going to do a kamikaze. I'm going to shoot the big Jesus out of him, and I'm going to ram him. I'm going to take the two of us out at the same time.
You're going down, you bastard! Yes, I'm gonna get you now.
This is just humiliating. There we go, chopping all the power. Chopping all the power. Bollocks. Oh, okay, it looks like we're going to make it. Power off. It's going to bounce really hard. Oh, bit of a bounce. Bit of a bounce. Now it's not over yet. I've got to steer the aircraft and then reverse thrust. I'm using asymmetrical thrust again just to steer it. Don't go off the runway. I can't use reverses until I have it straight. Right, reverse. Oh! Bollock! That's what that looks like. Brilliant. Fantastic. Oh yeah, now I've had a power and it's crashed. Brilliant. Now I have to do the whole thing all over again. Fantastic. Reverse thrust on. Fuck. Yeah, brilliant. And that's what happens. That's what happens. Oh, I don't believe it. Why won't this work? Oh, it's gonna be a hard one. Now I have to do it all over again. Start all the cameras. And yeah, this is just fabulous. Okay, that's okay. Now, let it roll out. Oh, Yoda, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so busy looking outside and ignore the instruments.
Still looking to the horizon. Here, come.
I know, Yoda. All my attention was diverted to making the video.
Heeded my words not, did you?
I used reverse thrust with the props out of sync. I failed.
The greatest teacher failure is...
Oh, you're just peddling easy answers.
Pass on what you have learned.
I've done it! Success! Hooray! Bit of a bouncy there, but everything's fine. I've organised, it's all good. Okay, brakey. Oh, not too much braking. I have it all under control. Nothing bad's going to happen. Everything's fine. Bucker. This brings new meaning to ski slopes. Let's go. Pretty sure everyone's dead anyway. The aircraft's heavier on the ground, so okay. Let's just get it started up really quickly, shall we? Let's just move on. By some miraculous miracle, I seem to have survived my egotistical madness. My legs badly damaged as I neglected to read and understand Section 5 of the Cessna Operating Handbook, page 5-1 label performance. Perhaps I could crawl. Huh? Oh, you again, please. Oh no! Is that you, Gentle Ben? Oh, thank God, Gentle Ben. Well, it wasn't Gentle Ben at all, as it turned out. Yes, welcome everyone. Yeah, I know I haven't scheduled this one. I just want to start streaming a bit more, and I've got a YouTube video coming out later on today at about 6 o'clock Irish time. My first video, then all the videos will be on Fridays for sure, and then the ones I can get during the week if I'm not streaming. So welcome everyone. Most of you are at work, I know. Now if you're watching at work, I have a solution for you. Now, you probably know this already, but what you do is you get your phone, okay? And I can't really show you here, but you put a little area behind your desk and you cover the phone over with some sort of objects, right? So only you can see it. So if the boss comes, because you got your headset on anyway if you're a developer, right? And if you're sitting at your desk all the time, so they can't hear what you're listening to, and they can't necessarily see the phone. And if they do come in, you can't see what I'm doing here. You know, have it covered like this, and you just kind of, drop it down, and they can't see what you're doing. Anyway, you'll figure it out. I'm just playing around with times and stuff. So welcome to the stream, everybody. I don't know really how to fly the Airbus. I do a little bit. I can fly the route, but we'll see who comes on and who can help. Okay, let's see who's on the chat, shall we? Can you all hear me, by the way? Wrong. Let me have a look here. You can hear me? Yes, you can. Excellent. So if you find that it's too loud, or you can't hear me, or you can't hear the game sound, or anything like that, do let me know. You know, let me know. There's no problems. I really appreciate it when people help out like that. So who's here? Ockeye lad is a regular, and he's going, what? I'm at work. He's furious. He's not happy at all. Flying Pirate is the same. He's also at work, right? Now I might change around the time, so I've got to figure all that stuff out. I could be streaming later on as well. I don't know. Who else is here? Ockeye lad again. He's saying, don't forget the fuel. Yeah, I'm not going to play with fuel today because I don't know what I'm doing. Yep. Well, if you don't start badly, you won't get started at all. Now we've got Miss Jufan. How are you? He says, hi Gripper, working from home today, so no issue. Musafan. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I know, it's terrible. Flying Pirate says he's working from home again. So look, let's figure it out, right? So I'm going to start right from the very beginning. I wanted to go from Innsbruck to Gatwick Airport in the UK, right? So let's just kick off. I'm just going to kick off straight away. Now, I'm going to have sometimes a little bit of if the stream goes on for more than an hour, I'm going to have a little break, because sometimes you want to get up and, get a drink or tea or, whatever you need to do. So we're going to start in Innsbruck. Now, when you see me looking over, I'm looking at the chat, by the way. So I'm seeing what you're saying. Matty B1971 is also with us. He says he's home today as well. He's back to work tomorrow. So he's pleasantly surprised when this notice came up. And he says, hi, Gripper. I'm curious, Matty, did that come up with Twitch or Twitter, or where did that notice? Was it on YouTube? I'm just curious. It's not important. Also, we've got Mr. saying it's Musefan. I know. Joey Mac Design is with us. He says a rare opportunity to watch a stream while doing some paperwork. Who knows? I might even learn something about the AIRBUS, but so might I. Because what happens is, which is great, there's always someone watching the stream and they know everything about it. They go, you're doing this wrong, Gripper. You're doing that wrong. Do it this way. Now, I know enough to get going in a very simple form. I've got a simplified checklist. Simplified checklist, you poos, that I'll follow. And we go to that. And let's get the engine started. So, flight plan first. Let's go to Innsbruck. Right, so Innsbruck, we're going to depart from Innsbruck. Now, I'm going to make sure we're parked. So, go down this end. Set as departure. Happy days. And we're going to go all the way then to Gatwick. Gatwicky poos. It's about an hour and 18 minutes flight time. So there's a lot of flip-flopping around starting the engine and getting your flight plans and stuff in order. Where is Gatwick's down here, isn't it? There it is. There's Gatwick. Gatwick, I've been to Gatwick in the real world many times. It pleases me. We set that as arrival. And that's the first bit. I know some of you are experts, but I just want to cater for the newbies as well. Now, the next bit. Go up here, VF4, and go to IF4. I'm going to use Low Altitude Airways. And it does everything for you automatically. It loads in all the waypoints, the VORs along the way, and it also loads it into the flight plan of your airplane, no matter what airplane you're flying, which is great. Now, that's the first bit. Now, we're going to depart from Innsbruck. Now, the thing about Innsbruck is there's more to this than what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to go towards the west. So I want to, departure's direct, I think. A direct departure, so I'll fly manually over the mountains. That's if you make it over the mountains. I don't know. Now, arrivals. I want to engage the Cat 3 autopilot. Okay. So we're going to arrive at Gatwick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the approach. Now, I've been filling it ILS only seems to work. What's the deuce is going on here? ILS 26. Oh, go on. There we go. Let me just answer this here. What's this? Update about? No, I don't want an update. I just thought someone wanted to become a friend. Now, so what's going to happen? Now, I did fly the Airbus ages ago, and I've kind of forgotten, right? Because you got to keep doing it. So we're going to come over to Lid here, and then I'm going to start entering the approach here. So there's a little bit of work to be done here. I want to approach the ILS for runway, it's a 26 left. The longer of the two. So that's the plan. I think that's all I need to do. I'm going to use live weather. And we're going to have great fun. You're going to have great fun watching me squirm. Maybe learning something. Matty says Twitch. Oh, great. Twitch gives you a notification. That's great. And then Unstable AK. Well, very nice name. AK should be runway 08. I know. Oh, really? Should it be? Why is that? Why should it be runway 18 in Innsbruck? Okay, well, let's play with that then. Well, what I can do is I can take off runway 08. Yeah, I'm taking off runway 08. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Because look, you got all this valley to climb out of, and that's why 08 is probably the departure runway. Because you can't have, what is it, 10 to 15 tailwind in the Airbus? Is it 10 knots or 15? You know, is it 5? I don't know. So Unsuitable says 19, 12 tailwind. Okay, great. The 19 would, okay, so that'll be fine. So I'll take off runway, I'll take off the easterly runway. That makes sense. That'll be great. Okay, let's do that. And that's simple as, just keep it simple. Keep it simple, right? And that's it, I think. We've got the live weather done. Live weather. And all that kind of stuff. And anybody can join us in the North European server if you want to fly along. Right, I'm going to hit the magic button here. 15, but it's risky. Now, I do know Innsbruck, you have to be qualified to fly into Innsbruck. One day I will get all the procedures down like in the real world. But look, I think if you start with a bare skeleton and build around it, wouldn't that be better? You know, and that's where I'm going. Otherwise, I never do it. I'll never stream, and I never get to know the Airbus. It's boring sitting here on your own. You know, that's not really. Now he says just Unsuitable AK says he's just downloaded Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's see if it's good now. Oh, you're new to it, really? Ready to fly. Now, oh yes, one thing. I have to thank. I have it up here. Damn it. We've got a new livery here. We've got a new livery for the Airbus. And I'm really excited about this. This is a Gripper Sim livery for the Airbus fly-by-wire. Okay, fly it like you stole it, as you well know. It looks really, really cool. I'm going to give credits now in a second. There, look, he's got the. Let me tell you who it is first, because that's not fair. Now, how you find the livery? How you find the livery is you go to flightsim.to. Right, flightsim.to, and just type in Gripper Sim. And it is, where are you? Come on. There it is. So, this livery has been done by Jacob. Jacob, you're a king. And he's got 17,900 somethings. Wow, 1,800 somethings. But obviously he's very popular. And he created this livery for us, right? 8K livery, and you can all download it on flightsim.to. Jacob, I'm sending you a mug. In fact, I haven't sent it yet, I have to be honest, because I'm trying to get them made in a big box sent to me here so I can send them off to people, because going through the website costs everybody a fortune. Well, it costs me more because I have to get it here and then post it on, and it takes ages. So bear with me, Jacob. I'm going to send you some stuff. Thank you very much. So that is the livery. Let's have a look at the livery. So yeah, he's got little Twitch and YouTube things there, which is great. So everyone knows Gripper Sim's flying, and you can all fly along. He's got the logo done really well. Look at that. Look how close up. It looks really, really well. The colour is perfect for the channel, I think. So the Gripper Sim livery in the Airbus A320 Neo. So it's great. Every little detail has been spared. You know, and look, he's got the little things here. The Twitch and the YouTube logo. And Gripper Sim iCandy Go. Yep, that's for my YouTube videos. So that is really cool. I love the colours. I do like the colours. We'll see more of the airplane as we fly in the cruise. So excellent. Angry Aaron's here. Greetings, Angry Aaron. Greetings and salutations. Flight Simmer Ben is here as well. It's not that hard to learn. You're right, Flight Simmer Ben. But being an aviator on the lighter, smaller aircraft in the real world, you think, I know I can get from A to B with the Airbus safely, right? But there's so much more to it. It's always a little knowledge is dangerous, and I'm well aware of that because there's some experts out there, you know, there really are. So, checklisty poos. I have a checklist. If you think if you've got any better ones, do let me know. Do let me know if you see a better checklist, but let's go and crack on with this checklist. Okay, park and brake. Now, I do have, and I want to get another camera so you can see where my hands are and what they're doing. I have the Airbus Thrustmaster, right? So that doesn't, I don't have the park and brake with that yet, but the park and brake is down here. So you want to make sure the park and brake's on. There it is here. Half the battle is knowing where to put your eyes. So park and brake is on. Wipers are off. Okay, the wipers are up here. You see, you know, there's the wipers there. There's the wipers there. Spoilers are retracted. The spoilers are down here. There's the spoilers there. Engine masters off. Engine masters are here, off. One. My left master won't work with my controls for some reason. I think that might be, I don't know why. I just hope it will work when we anyway, when we get going. Yes, there's trouble ahead. Things will not go as planned. I am pretty sure of that. Flaps, thrust levers are idle. That's fine. And actually, I'm going to test them because sometimes when you mess around with your controls in Microsoft, you know, they don't work. And actually, I'll test my yoke of the yoke here. There we go. That's working. Excellent. If you can hear little bells ringing, that's the producer. Yeah, we have a producer of the show now. His name's Buttons, or her name is Buttons. Yep. Okay. Anti-skid I couldn't find the last time. I couldn't find the anti-skid. If you know, let me know, and that'd be great. We're going from Innsbruck Angry Yarn. Innsbruck, which is a KO identifier, Lima Oscar Whiskey India. Innsbruck. Do follow along. Do absolutely follow along. I couldn't find the anti-skid. I'll worry about that later. If you come to me with a comment, we'll get that working. Landing gear is down. Gear is here. There we go. Landing gear is down. Fuel quantity. Yeah. Nah. I've got plenty of fuel. I'm not going to run out of fuel because I don't know how to fly the airplane yet. Battery Master 1 and 2 is up here. There's Battery Master 1 and 2, and they're coming on. Happy days. External power. Wouldn't it make logical sense, folks, if we were to call the truck first? You know, call the truck, turn to the tower, and ask for the fuel truck. Request, no. Ground services, thank you. Request power supply. And the truck, wouldn't it make sense for the external power now to switch on only when the truck is... let me get rid of that menu there. Where's the truck? There's the truck now, right? Now, look at him. Look at him reversing up there. Go on, Mr. Truck. So he sticks it underneath the cockpit. And then we should be good to put the external power on. Go on. Where's he? Where's he going? Onto the auto brake buttons. So there's the wire. See, it just appeared out of the blue. There we go. The danger is, you know, and I can see, where was I? External power. You see, you leave your finger off the checklist and you've missed something very bad. So, where was I? External power, there we go. That's the external power there. External power is on. Strobe lights. They should be off. Strobes are off. The ADIRS, the IRS positioning system. Let's pop that on, otherwise we won't know where we're going. I'd have sped up. I think I did sped up the time it takes. This is very important. You're not going anywhere without this. The IRS inertial navigation system. APU engine fire tests. Okay, yeah. Well, it is a simulator, but it's not bad to know where the buttons are. There we go. I thought it would be a little bit more of a... Oh, no, don't press the gripper sim. I thought it would be a little bit more of a... That's not much of an alarm if they go off, is it? Instruments and display brightness. Okay, so instruments. So, yes, lightage. Lightage is important. So I'll start over on my left side and just switch all the lights on. We all love lights. Primary flight display, put that up there. What's this for? I don't know, I'll put it up anyway. That guy can go up, come back. The inner button doesn't seem to work. Loudspeakers, that's on us. We'll put the console floor on as bright. What other lights are there? They're down here. Floodlights. Lots of lights is always a joy, especially at night time. I would say in the real world, if you're flying at night, you wouldn't have them. You'd have them quite low because you're night vision. You know, night vision is very important, so you wouldn't have them up all the way. But I do like them. So there's more. I don't. There's more. There's more. There's more coming. These little ones here. This one here. See these here? Yep. Yep. And the co-pilots. Of course, there's no one sitting there with me today to help me out, which is scary enough. And the INS is aligned. The navigation system. So that was quite quick. Usually takes about a half an hour in the real thing, as far as I'm aware. Seatbelt sign. Yes, we just assume the passengers are getting on. Okay, so seatbelt signs on. That's it there. Obviously, the most smoking. I'll put that onto auto. No, that's not the switch I wanted. These aren't the droids you're looking for. No smoking sign. Fine. Emergency exit signs is actually hidden here. I arm them or put them on. Armed. Annunciator lights. Test. This is a button. See here? That says Annunciator LT. If I hit that to test, all the lights and all the lights in the cockpit come on. So can you imagine if a light didn't come on, you wouldn't know if it's on or off. That's all you're looking for. You just make sure all the lights are working. And that is good there. MCDU setup. Now this is where I start to fall down. Massive balance. Although I do know it's always the same. It's always the same for the aircraft. But I'm kind of winging it now, right? Now I'm kind of winging it. So let's just DIR. So we're not too sure. I've got a lot of learning in this. A lot of learning in this. Sorry, that's right. Oh, hang on. Under the auto brake buttons. Auto brake buttons? Where's the auto brake buttons? This is relating back to the anti-skid. Masufan is trying to tell me where that is. I'd love to learn one or two things every flight. Where's the auto brake buttons? I don't know, Musjan. Oh, there's another light. At least I get the lights on. Floodlight on. Do I have one here? Yes. More. Oh, they're all on. Okay, great. Now, where was I? Yeah, there's a few things I have to have in here, right? Performance, right? Yeah, V1, V2. You can calculate these speeds. That's. I think I'm right around 120. You know, around V1. I know it's going to vary because I haven't done all the mass and balance. We'll say 123, 126 for your rotating. We'll say V2 is 130. I think that's kind of close-ish. If you have an engine failure after takeoff. Oh, format error? No. 129 we'll say. I'm guessing. Happy days. Okay, fine. Next phase. That's the takeoff phase. Climb. Fine. I know there's more I can put in here. Above the landing gear lever. Okay, I'm going back to that thing here. Let's come back here. Above the landing gear lever. Oh, yes, here we go. Anti-skid. Thank you very much, Musjan. Thank you. There we go. That's relating to earlier on, making sure the anti-skid is on. See that? On. Excellent. That's your... Also, what I love about this is the brake fan, because sometimes if you land too hard and jam on the brakes for too long, the brakes will get quite hot, right? So sometimes you got to sit, apparently they sit in the stand and wait for the brakes to go down, but you got a brake fan here to get them down quicker, because brakes don't work if they're too hot, believe it or not. You're actually converting the energy of the momentum forward into heat. Yeah, that's a physics person would tell you that you're actually, converting the energy into heat rather than, the weight of the aircraft moving forward. Yep. Physics. Interesting. Okay, so just let me go to this here now. Init. Cost index. Yeah, I'm going to go 80. Cost index basically, in as far as I know, will have the cruise speed faster or slower to save fuel. So it'll take you longer to get there with a lower cost index. I hope I'm right. Cruise level and temperature. Well, I think we're going to cruise, we'll say 32,000 feet for an unknown reason. I don't know what the temperature is. Does it do it automatically? Yeah, 48 degrees. Happy days. IRS init, that should be all fine. Yeah, so it's all done. Next phase. Is that everything? Okay, init. Data. Flight plan. That's all the flight plans, so I can scroll up and down. And at the very bottom here, it has a destination. And we're going 26 left at the time of the flight time, 1 hour 18 minutes, and we have the 521 nautical miles, I dare say. That's the flight plan. Happy days. Radnav. Now, when I get to Gatwick, I want to have my ILS frequency set. Now, what I do is I use Navigraph charts. I pay them every month. Thank you to all the people who subscribe and become members on YouTube and join the stream and all that kind of stuff. So the frequency here is 110.9 here. So we talk about that when we get closer. Okay. So the ILS is 1. See, it's coming up here in the scratch pad. 119. No, always double check. 110.9. 110.9. Excellent. Now, I don't know what's supposed to go in here, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. Course. The course for the ILS is 258. Right. I know it's runway 26, but magnetic lines change during in the core of the Earth, don't they? So 258 is our course inbound. 25. Come on, press the 258. Good. And I think that's almost everything I have to do there. And I think that's pretty much for now, for the skeleton. We'll worry about it when we're flying. Now, I haven't, zero fuel weight. I have to calculate all of that. Now, the scratch pad here, as this is the fly-by-wire, all this stuff's going to be added. I do remember doing this before. Let me see here what the guys are saying. Howdy Gripper, long time no see, says Dragon 40th. Ah, Dragon 40th is back. Happy days. As you can see, Dragon 40th, we're doing a few more streams. And this stream is me learning how to fly the Airbus. And messing it up and getting into trouble. And we can't guarantee you'll get to our destination, ladies and gentlemen. So zero fuel weight. I have to do all of that kind of fancy stuff. It does have sim brief and all that kind of stuff. Great, but I'm going to worry about that later. It has the maximum takeoff weight here. It doesn't have the zero. It has a zero fuel mass here, 64,300. But I have to find the CFG and worry about that later. Yeah, we're fine. It'll be all right in the day. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to ground so I can order my pushback tug. Right. Happy days. Do you know what we'll do? No, let's not complicate things. Yeah. Right, that's that. Pred wind shear on. Pred wind shear. Predicted wind shear. Is that down here? Wind shear. Turbulence mode. Yes. I think I'll have to do a little bit of work on that. I don't know what that is. That section, I'll have to look that up. Right, cockpit door, of course, is closed and locked. And barometric pressure reference. The B actually, the flight sim does that. You just hit the B button now instead of the brakes. So that's setting a Q and H to that's not in Pascals. I want to change that. Thank you. Where do I change that? Here we go. Right. So this is in inches of mercury. This is the pressure setting that tells me how high we are above the sea. Right. I want hectopascals, please. This button up here will do it. QNH 1024. Yeah, QNH 1024. So happy days. Okay, barometric pressure set. VOR ADF if required. No, I don't think so. Altitude speed heading. Oh yeah, now. Autopilot. Now you would think I've actually sat down before the stream and figured out all this, so I wouldn't. No, I haven't. No, it's been a while. Okay, initial altitude 5,000 feet is fine. Heading, I want the runway heading when we get onto it. So the runway heading is going to be 258, isn't it? That's decreasing. 258, please. Windy, windy, windy. Because I'm going to be taking off manually, right? Now to activate the autopilot. Damn you. 258. It's forward on the speed, forward on the heading, forward on the altitude, and you have to have both flight directors on, etc. So I'll worry about the rest as I go. IRS alignment is complete. EFIS okay, fine, check. Flight directors both on. There you go. Flight directors 1 and 2. Right, now let's start up the APU, the auxiliary power unit. How do we start the engines? Well, we need some sort of power to start the engines. Now I know we have ground power, but I'm going to switch on the APU and the starter. Now let's just have a look at this. Do I not have to have the fuel pumps on now for the APU? No. You see there's a pump. There's APU. Is there not a pump for the APU? Okay, well let's put on the pumps on anyway. I didn't see them in the checklist so far, so they're all the pumps on. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. And now let's start the APU. Now, when I switch on the APU master and then starter, I'm going to look down as follows. Bam, bam, and it changes the screen to the APU. Let's get our camera so we can see it start up. Right. Can I hear anything? I can hear it. Can you hear it? Can you hear it starting up, folks? No, there's no pump, Yusuf says. Okay, so there is no pump. So that's me thinking of something else. Let's have a look at the stuff. Okay, it started. Great. Okay, so we've got temperature there, and it's at 52. Excellent. Okay, fair enough. It's still starting up though. It sounds like it's winding up. Okay, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to him. Happy days. Now we don't need the ground power anymore, do we? So we can get the truck to go away. Where was I on the checklist? Blast. AP starter. Crew oxygen supply. I believe, you know, if you have a problem with the oxygen, you've kind of got a mask down here. And you actually take a breath of oxygen. Whatever happened to oxygen bars? I would love to have tried one back in the day. You know, they had them in nightclubs and stuff. And you can get some pure oxygen just to clear your head. Apparently, I'd never tried it, but I'd like to try it. Anyway, the pilots like using that. Air conditioning. Yeah, we're all Sims here, so we don't worry about the air conditioning. But that's something I can worry about at the cruise later on. We play with that. Navigation lights are on. Nav, 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 nav. No. Okay, where are the navigation lights? Nav and logo on. APU bleed on. Now the APU started up, I'm hoping. Yeah, because it's gone off. Remember, it was on the screen. Does it automatically. Let's have a look. That sounds, I'm not getting the cool flutter. You know, the effect of the heat coming out today for some reason. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's just adjust our camera here for later on. There we go. Gripper semi, county go. Let's go nuts. Right, where was I? Fuel pumps. Fuel pumps on, which I did those already and I didn't need to. They're all on. Air conditioning, I said, nav lights fine. Close APU. Once APU available, APU bleed. Yeah, we need the APU bleed to, that's the bleed air to start the other engines. So APU bleed. Where's the APU bleed? It'll happen. It'll happen. Where's the APU bleed? Where is the APU bleed? Help! There it is. Is that it? I'm looking at the comments. It is. Dragon40 is saying, is the APU running? And it is. And I think that's the APU bleed there anyway. It's on. It's, oh, the two buttons. 2 buttons above the APU master. Oh, very nicely done. Yes, so here, there's ProPeat there. Great. That's all the anti-icing. So you see here, as I'm looking at this, all your hydraulics are here, fuel here, electrics here, air conditioning here. See the anti-ice? It's kind of well laid out, I'd say, after a while. That's the APU bleed, he says. Excellent, that's done. External power off. So we can switch off the external power, which is here. And we can tell the truck to go away. Come on, truck. Come on. Request power supply end. And does he go away? Does the truck? Yes, he does. Off he goes. Happy days. Great. And that's that. External power off. Next on the checklist. Start up. Beacon light on. Okay, we're going to kick her off now. Happy days. Beacon light on. Start pushback. Okay, well, you see, I'd like. Do you know what? The X-plane pushback was great because you could program it and just kick it off, and off you went, and it would do everything for you. But let's start the first engine first, and then call the pushback. Now, mode selector is on start, which is down here. And that is on my little thing here on start. We're going to start engine 2 first, which is here. I hope. Let's have a look at the engines here. We're going to have 2 spinning up here. I have the fuel pumps on because we need fuel. And while that's spinning up, and hopefully it'll work, we'll get the pushback. Yes, this is all very fancy. Oh, we've been on for 46 minutes. I can't believe it. And we haven't even pushed back yet. Call tug. Where's the tug? Come on, tug. Is there a tug? A tug? Oh, God, it got very flippy floppy there, didn't it? Where's the tug, lads? Has anyone else joined us? Do I see anyone else there? Where is... Oh, I don't think it actually has a physical tug. I don't think it does have the physical tug, folks. But no worries. I can hear the engine starting up. Let's go and have a look at the engine starting up. Johnny F is with us. Greetings, Johnny F. We just started. I've been on for ages doing the checklists. But we're doing stuff. Stuff and things are happening. It doesn't sound... Is that engine kicking in or what? Have I forgotten something? Yes, it looks like I have, because we've got... no. It's not quite... I thought it would be a bit more in one than that. Have I got any warnings? Have I got the fuel pumps on? Oh, there's something to do with the bleed air. Did I put on the AIRBUS bleed correctly? There's the AIRBUS bleed is on. Oh yeah, Johnny F saying nothing compared to the Flying Fabio. Took him 2 to 3 hours. Wow, and he's quite big in YouTube or on Twitch, isn't he? Well, okay, I think that started. No. Let's see if I add some power here. What have I done wrong? Something hasn't kicked in. It's like the fuel pump isn't on. There's no fuel going to the engine. It's something to do with... Damn. It's stabilized, MuseFan says. It does look like it. I just can't, because I've changed the volume. Can you hear the engine sounds and the sounds of the aircraft, guys? Because I can send it back. Okay, so it looks like it's there. Okay, let's do the other engine then. Right, so let's do the left engine. My button on my new Thrustmaster isn't working. Very upsetting. Oh, come on. That could have been a showstopper. It could have been a showstopper. And that one's coming on here. That is the left engine. Now I hear it. The sounds are great. If I maybe I just don't have it loud enough in my headset. He's very good, very thorough, you're saying, Johnny F. But I hope to be very thorough with the Airbus once I get more things sorted out. Lots of stuff to watch. So there's the second engine. Let's do the pushback. Pushbacky poos. And we want to go backwards, please. Yeah, it doesn't show the tug. That's the only thing. Big deal. Doesn't really matter. Now, which way am I going? I am going up this way. Which is going to be to the east. Which is correct. So let's turn it. Oh, it would, you see, if I took the brakes off, he might not have such a hard time pushing me back, you know? There we go. Now, so we want to turn to the, no, not that way, this way. There we go. Magically being pushed back by an invisible tug. Very nice. Now, okay, that's good. I think we'll get right onto the yellow line. In fact, I went the wrong way there, didn't I? Because I want to go towards the east. So I want to backtrack the other way. So can you keep turning me all the way back? Because I went the wrong way. I want to go down this way. Yes. Can you turn me more? No. Oh god, I'm really stuffing this up now. Johnny F is spawning in now. He's going to join me. He's going to join me. And you can do a nice cruise alongside, which would be great. And I think that airplane there, will we hit that airplane? Will we hit that other little airplane? Would you stop getting all gibbery? What's wrong with Microsoft Flight Simulator these days? It's getting a bit gibbery there. Okay. Oh, better stop there. We'll push back there. It'd be nice just to... Oh, God. Just go back. Okay. Let's not hit the... No, wrong way. This has been the hardest part so far. Is the pushback. Okay, I'll get him to stop here. And I'll get him to go away. And that's the tug gone. And let's put the brake back on for fear of smashing into the terminal. Right, we're turned around at least. Okay, I'm going to have to take off manually because I've got no real departure programmed in, but that's no bother. So let's just run to the autopilot here before we start taxiing. So when we take off, my altitude is initially set for 5,000 feet. Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the autopilot button. And then I've got to make sure it's on GPS, I'm pretty sure. Not nav. No, I want... Actually, the arc will do fine. I think that's it, lads. Just put on the autopilot and off you go. Just press that button. I can't believe it's so straightforward. We need audio alerts to get his attention. How fast can I start this thing? Just press Control E, Johnny F, you know. He wants me to... Is that telling me to hit this button here somewhere? This? No. Oh yeah, my starter switch. That wasn't on the list, was it? No, yes it was. Normal. Thank you very much. That's a starter switch. Normal. Great. If I had a bit of power now, what's going to happen? Yeah, we're good. We're golden. Okay, before taxi, right transponder set. Transponder's over here, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong. Transponder TRRA1, yes. Transponder should be on then. We're on 7,000. I'm not going to worry about that. Just switch it all on. Let's leave it at 7,000 for the moment. Probe window heat, auto. Where is the probe window heat? Probe window heat. Top left as well on the transponder. Probe heat. Top left. Top left dial as well on the transponder. Can you all, if you can't hear the audio from the sim, let me know. I can turn it up. Let me check my settings here. Oh no, you're not getting audio from the sim at all. Guys, can you hear the audio from the simulator? Can you hear engine sounds or anything? Okay. Before we go, let's fix that, alright? Because that's not good enough. You know, it was working on Sunday. You know, it was all working on Sunday. Okay, guys, you can't hear the other, so that is not on. No, that's not showing up. Why would it change? It's just very strange. You know, some days it just doesn't show the audio, and it's most perplexing to me. Usually here. I'm just looking at a menu here to see what's going on here. This is very unsettling, very displeasing. We bing bong, bing bong. Window Licker has followed. Window Licker, welcome. I'm trying to fix the sound here, and I think I might have. No. Is that a it's on monitor only. Bear with me now. Desktop audio. Good. Now, oddly enough, now you can hear me. Now you can hear the audio, folks. Oddly enough, you know, it's like someone was in. Thank you very much, guys. That really helps me and everybody else. It was just an audio setting. It's like I never changed it. You know, you set up Streamlabs and all the software that's around it, and it should stay as it is. But at least I know if it happens again, because that used to be a big problem. Remember, those of you who watch the channel all the time, the audio would go, and it's like I couldn't figure it out, but I can figure it out now pretty quickly. Yes, because the more you stream, the better you get at it. Now, I was baffling on about something else. If the audio is too loud, let me know. Where was I? Transponder, probe, window heat. Oh yeah, we're on the probe window heat. I'm looking up the old chats there. Don't worry about that. We're not going to have a problem with that. Spoilers are armed, so we're going to have to that's for pull the knob up. There we go. Flaps as required. We're going to take off one flap today. Anti-ice as required. With no anti-ice yet. We'll worry about that later on. Always worry about it later on. Auto brake set. Auto brake is that's for our rejected takeoff. We put it on max, I would imagine. Nose light taxi. Nose light taxi. Where are you? Nose light taxi. Runway turn off light on. Runway turn off light. See, it takes so long for my eyes to find it. See that? Runway turn off light. What's that? Runway turn off light. Strobe. Runway turn off light. There it is. Okay. Runway turn off. Parking brake is on. Yes, it is. Weather radar on. I don't know if the weather radar is working in this yet, folks, but we've no weather today, so let's not worry about it. We'll worry about that in the cruise. Chrono, start the clock. Bam. There's the chrono there. Takeoff configuration to press. Interesting. I'm going to look up what all this does here. When you press this takeoff configuration, isn't it here? There we go. Boom. That's pressed. Takeoff memo, check green. Takeoff memo. Is this the little warnings we get here, folks, is it? I think it is. Let me just go back here to flight plan. Thank you. Oh, yeah, go back to flight plan here. Okay, great. And for takeoff, nose light landing. Okay, we'll do that. Let's taxi at last. At last. Brakes off. Brakey poos off. We're going to go to the east. I'm going to fly manually until we get the flight plan, I hope. Oh, I love the sound of the engines, folks. And it's just like when you're a passenger, you know? It's just like when you're a passenger on the Airbus, the sounds of the engines. Happy days. So, yeah. So that's a start. A bit messy. Not very fluent. But it's a start. And the more it's I do it, I guess, you know, the more we do it, the better we get at it. Now, look at this. My rudder pedals, as I'm sitting here in my little chair, right? The taxi line I'm pushing in between my legs. And in the real world, if you do that, your nose wheel will be on the taxi line. So let's test that. Let's just get to that. Hopefully there'll be another taxi line. Yeah, we're on the North European server. We're in Innsbruck, and that's our KO identifier Lima Oscar Whiskey India. And I'm just taxiing. I'll halt though. Are my brakes working? Oh, thank God, the brakes are working. You know the way you change aircraft, and the controls are all different. Now let's see if I'm actually on. Let me just get that right in between my 2 feet there, where I'm using my rudder pedals to see. Yeah, you see, we're right on the line now. It's coming off a bit now because, you know, but let me get back on it now, right? Let's break a bit here. Right, now, it's in between, I'm sitting on the yellow line, right? And my bum is on the yellow line, look. You know, that's pretty good. It's not quite, but there. See? Right on the yellow line, and it's right under my bum. And that works the real thing as well. That's how you know you're on the center of the line. What's that yellow line for? Well, it's to indicate, of course, that your wings aren't going to hit anything. So if your nose wheel is on that yellow line, if you hit something, a pole or something, it's not your fault. You know, that's the way I look at it, you know. So you won't hit any other obstacles. Now we're going to halt here. I'm going to put the parking brake on. We're going to do all that other bits. Normally you do it as you move, but seeing as it's only me flying the airplane, we're going to put on the parking brake and we can do some checks. And I'm just going to run through what I'm going to do with the takeoff, just in my head, if you know what I mean. Okay. Dragon 40th there says, when I'm flying jets, I put the V-speeds on the MCDU on the legs page up to the right of the MCDU. What does that mean? I'll have to look for a video for that. Half my time would be looking at videos. Jedex is saying, online at this time, what's going on? Well, Jedex, I'm going to be streaming a lot more from September, well, from today. A lot more streams, hopefully more videos on Fridays. So I'm giving it loads this year. It's what's happening. I'm give it loads this year because it's just, you know, you need to really give it loads, like anything, don't you? So there'll be more streams coming up all the time. And now I can't obviously schedule all of them except for Sundays, because then if I schedule them every day, it's too much pressure. So Sundays is written in stone. But eventually, I'd say during the week I'll have a schedule, so you know when I'm on, you know. And I want to see where people, you know, some people want it at certain times and all that kind of stuff. Nose light to take off. Nose light to take off. Nose light, where is it? There it is. Take off. Wouldn't be nice just to... Landing light on. Oh, God. These are the landing lights here. Oh. On. Good. TCS, take off. I'll go around. Yeah, TCAS, where's that? Okay, I think I've got that there. Yeah, transponders on, transponders already on. And that's just, now the rest we just can't take our time, can we? Because the airplane's moving. Flaps are down, so when I take off, I'm going to fly it manually. I'm going to turn around onto heading of about 290 to get back on the track. I'm going to activate, capture the GPS, and then activate autopilot. Just by hitting the autopilot button. And I worry about the climb as we go. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be panic. It's going to be scary times. Scary bears. Drinking tea out of the Gripper Sim mug, however, will help. Tea ingested. Brakes off. Let's rock and roll. Check this away. Oh, I better leave it at my lap. Oh, the sound of those engines, folks. Flight directors are on. Thank you, Dragon. Anything else you think of, Dragon, whilst I'm lining up? Have you ever thought about dropping the resolution on Microsoft Flight Simulator down to 1080p while streaming for better FPS? Yes, I have actually, Jedex. Good. That's a good suggestion. But once we get out of Innsbruck, I think it's going to improve massively. Because, you know, probe heat and crew oxygen supply should be on. Oh yes, probe heat should be on, shouldn't it? Probe heat is... What's the probe heat? There's the window heat there. Right, that's the window heat. What's the indoor heat for? I'm going to tell you now in a second. What probe heat's on? Oh, it's both. It's window heat and probe. Window heat. The windows are heated, so if they're warm, if something hits them, right, as well as icing, they're more pliable. They won't break as easy, apparently. Yep. Yep. And I I went the wrong way to turn around, which was foolish. I should have gone. See that little bit up here? I should have gone up there. So that was foolish. I'm using more power on the left engine. I can't see your title there. What I'm going to do is... Oh, there's a few of you following me. Hurrah! Who's are? I'm going to taxi forward and see who you are. There's Angry Aaron. I'll taxi up to the beginning of the runway here. And I'm going to stop for you. And give you a bit of space. And I want to see who's flying behind me there. I see Angry Aaron there. Let's just put on just a halt here and just see who's with us. I think I put forward enough. Marker brake on and read a comment, last comment. The thing is that we, as viewers, don't see the 4K is both the Twitch. I know you don't see it. It will be completely understandable if you want to expect your eye candy. Yeah, so yeah, I have this in it's a little bit choppy because of the 4K, but it will smoothen out. It's just that we're in Innsbruck. But usually when I make my videos, I don't want to make half the video and then forget that I didn't set it to 4K. That'd be a disaster. So you can only see 1080p. Is that the issue? It's just a bit choppy. There's Johnny F. I can't see. Oh, there's Icarus. Icarus. Welcome, Icarus. Johnny F. and Icarus is with us. Also, don't worry, this choppiness will go away. Angry Aaron's coming up. And we're good to go. Let's get the camera straight. That'll get smoother. If it doesn't, I will fix that. I will change it if it doesn't get any smoother. Performance look great to me, Dusty. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue, but we're going to add full power. Brakes off. We'll add 40% power to stabilize. Oh no, not 60. 40. God, it's very sensitive. And that's stable. Yeah. Full power. That's takeoff power. Good. I said 120 knots for rotate. Interestingly enough, the checklist didn't have to trim in it. Do you know? Just imagine if you're trim nose down all the way. You're not going to be pulling it, getting anywhere. 100 knots. Happy days. And V1. Rotate. Up to 15 degrees. Go on. Keep rotating, gripper sim. 15 degrees is just here. That's it. Trim. Positive rate gear up. Gears coming up. Now let's take the power back to another to tent, which is climb. Oh, it does actually. Flaps coming up. Oh, very awkward. Did I take too much power off there? No, it didn't. Climb power set. Am I going too slow? I don't know what's going on here now. Droiden has followed. Droiden, welcome to the madness. We're learning how to fly the Airbus. I am indeed learning how. I've got climb power set. Climb now, we're getting power. I don't know why it kind of stopped there a little bit. Put the shoe down, gripper sim, says Deep Future. You engage climb power too early. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Do you know what I was thinking? The last time, I remember one time I didn't engage it at all. So there's a lesson learned. Thank you very much, Deep Future. Or sorry, it was Mess Fan. Muse Fan. Right, we've got a 15 degrees. I'm going to keep climbing straight ahead. I'm going to take a left turn to, what was the heading? The heading was... Get warnings now. Get warnings, I've forgotten something. Flaps are up. Flaps are up, gears up. Just going a bit too slow. 15 degrees, trimming forward. Good. Let's set the old nav thing here. Yeah, I went ahead and get back 270 now to get back at it. So I think we'll be good enough to turn now. I've gone flying past 5,000 feet, but that doesn't matter. I'm flying it manually. I'm going to do it gently. I'm going to fly it as normal as I can, no more than 20 degrees in the turn. I'm climbing too much. It should be about 15 degrees. I'm looking here now. See here? There we go. 15 degrees. There we go. We're going to get over those mountains. I have to take off checks. Brakes, thrust, we did that. Brakes, thrust, lever. Yeah, okay. I've got a bit more. Oh, I've run out of checks. Have I run out of checks? What? I have to take off checks. No, I haven't. Turning too steeply. Don't frighten your passengers. Still 15 degrees. We've got 170 knots. Happy days. I'm going to activate the autopilot now in a while. Climb past 10,000 feet already. Now I'm going to set my altitude up to... I wish I could do it faster. No, that's the wrong way. We'll set it up to 25,000 feet initially, okay? I just want to play around with the autopilot and get used to it. Now we're getting a bit of speed. Now we're 200 knots. And we're passing 10,000 feet, so you got to switch off the landing lights and stuff like that. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to just... I'll have to look at that checklist in the cruise. It's messy. Gear, flaps, spoilers, disarm, thrust is set. Things happen quickly. Autopilot, yeah, can't find. Nose light off, runway lights off. Nose light off. Runway lights off. Okay. Turned out a little bit too much there. So we got the flight director telling us where to go. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to engage the autopilot then. I think I'll need to activate the autopilot in a reasonable capture. Right? For our magenta line. It should be magenta, shouldn't it? Yeah, I'm just assuming that I got clearance, guys, at the minute. It'd be great just to have your hand to switch, flick, you know, with the mouse it's quite tricky. So, I think we'll try and activate the autopilot now and see what happens. Autopilot on. See, it's gone crazy now. Autopilot's on, so it's engaged. It's descending. And now it's leveling off. I'm going to push up the autopilot to look after the climb. Wimpy Missy is with us. Wimpy Mrs. Greetings. So it is now climbing. I didn't really do a good job of the autopilot there transitioning, did I, from manual to autopilot? But it appears now we're climbing to 25,000 feet. And the auto throttle is on. Oh, that's one thing I did forget. I didn't think of the auto throttle, but thankfully it was already on. Is the autopilot... Should I climb power? So should I be in climb power? Strobes off. If you press O, it will bring them on. Okay, oh, the strobes off. Do you have that on the checklist now? Did the strobes not stay on, folks? No? Oh, they're off. They should be on, no? They should be on when you're flying. Beacon should be on. I don't know about the wing light. Again, this is kind of a simplified checklist. I'm happy with that for the moment. Okay, great. This is going out. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Gear, flaps, spoilers, thrust, climb. Yeah, autopilot set. Nose light. Yeah, we've done that. Climb. Barometric pressure, and of course, it happens so quickly. That 1013. That's why you have two people flying that, isn't it? So I'm going to push the standard. 1013, and now that's our altitude there. 1013, so everyone's at the same height. standard. Anti-ice is required. Let's not put the anti-ice on and see what happens. You know, if it all went perfectly smoothly, wouldn't it be disappointing? Seatbelt sign off. You could take your safety belts off. Would you take your safety belts off for this flight? I think not. Anyway, I'll tell them to take a switch. And they can smoke. Smoking, they can smoke because you're going to be nervous as hell. So I'm taking that smoking light off. Because everyone in the back, everyone in the back would be panicking. They'd be bricking it. And food around there a little bit. There we go. We're on our way. There's Johnny F. There's Angry Yarn. I don't know if there's other people that are with us. Skywalker rings a bell. But I'm going to cruise here. I'll tell you my speed so you can catch up. Our speed is... I'm going 290 knots. Which is a ground speed of 405. We're coming up to 25,000 feet. So, having a look at the comments, let's have a look outside. Let's just set a bit of a zoom here. The closer I go to the aircraft, the sound, you may not be able to hear me talk, but that's cool. Zoom on, isn't it? That's quite cool. Zoom on, folks. Lovely livery. You can download the livery in flightsim.to, everybody. It's a pity it doesn't do the background, you know. Anyway, look, I won't complain. So it should be coming up to 25,000 feet now. Very dark in here. Why is it so dark, the cockpit? There we go, starting to level off now. Its rate of climb is coming down from 1,400 feet. And the throttle is working as expected. So we're gone. We're 18 minutes into our flight after all our taxiing. Great job, Sir Zapsalot, on the livery. Was it Sir Zapsalot? The livery? Yeah, so initially, yeah, what you're saying here is Dragonforce is saying 500, you're talking about, you know, initial altitude is 5,000 feet. We should level off there, wait for instructions, and then go past 10,000 feet, isn't it? And you switch to standard, and your lights come off, and all that kind of thing. Now, let's have a look at Navigraph and see if... see if we can see us in Navigraph, folks. I want that to go away. I want that to go away. I want to connect to Flight Sim. Should connect to Flight Simulator. I did this before. There I am. There we go. We're now coming up to a Bemke, or that's not one of the airways that I chose, folks. Yeah, Navigraph is great for actually manually, putting in your flight plan. Well, we're going the right direction. We're going the right way. I've zoomed in quite a lot there, so it's probably Benki. It's not going to be exact, is it? But I think we're on the right airway. Happy days. So we've got about an hour to go for the actual flight. Let's see if we're all good. Yeah, there we go, 24,000 feet. Now let's play with the autopilot. I want to play with the autopilot. So let's say that our traffic says, turn right, to avoid other traffic or something like that. Let's see if I can do that. So heading, let's see, my heading book should be in the right place. I'm going to do it from here. So I want to control the heading, and I want to fly to 310. Oop, let's say 3:30. Okay, just momentarily. What I'm doing here is I'm refreshing my memory because it's a long time since my last learning flight from the Airbus. So I've taken it off the flight plan. I've been instructed to heading 330. Okay, and that's what I'm doing. So, because what happens is ATC is going to come on. They're going to change stuff. It's a plan. A plan only is a plan until it comes in contact with the enemy. You know, a plan is only a plan. It's not going to go as expected. So let's just say, yeah, that's fine. So now let's go back onto. So if I wanted to go back to autopilot, I'll hit the. I think I put it out, which is the up arrow, or do I push it up? I don't know because I don't have the physical button. So the up arrow says go back to nav. There we go. So that I just saw. Let me show you this here for those of you who are now. So I've changed it to heading. So I push down. See the down arrow there? Right? So that's now I'm now controlling the heading. So I can tell it what heading to steer. Okay, great. You see a blue line, a little blue pointer here. No plan suffice. First contact with the enemy. That's the correct way of saying it, Dragon 14th. Yes, I knew it was something like that. You know, no flight plan survives contact with the weather. Is what I was really thinking. Anyway, so you'll see as I'm turning the heading knob here, that's my heading. So that's great, right? So that's if I push it down towards me. Think of it as I'm controlling the airplane, right? And if I press the button up or away, you'll see the line here turns to a solid line. See that? So towards me, it's broken, and to the aircraft, or away to the nose of the aircraft. There we go. So that's that. So let's say we're told to climb up to 32,000 feet now, right? So I've adjusted the altitude there, and I'm going to hit the up button. And now it should start climbing. And there you go, it starts to climb. Happy days. I guess it's kind of going up and down there. 300 feet a minute, 400 feet a minute, 500 feet a minute. So there we go, we're in a climb now. Again, 290 knots. Happy days. So that's good. That's come back straight back to me. Now let's say if I wanted to control my vertical speed, right? Yes, vertical speed. So I'm going to hit it up here, and I'm going to say I want to climb at 200 feet a minute. Now I'm controlling the vertical speed. So this here, this little green line should go to. I want that to go to 200 feet a minute. So it's going to reset there. Oh yeah, I should hit it down. Down towards me. Now I've selected 300 feet a minute now. So it should only climb at 300 feet a minute. And there we go. 300 feet a minute. See there? And that's pretty cool. That's nice and easy, I think. After a few goes, let's pay attention to the comments. Look at that picture there. It looks like the airplane's descending. There we go. Very nice, very beautiful. Put this in my Can Be Go and the logo there. I have a video coming out tonight. It's my first video, and then thereafter on YouTube. And thereafter definitely every Friday. Without, you know, definitely every Friday, and then streaming definitely on Sundays. But like this, I'm going to random stream until I get the hang of it, you know. And that's my stream. It's that much stunning. I love delivery. I love that colour yellow. You know, that is very cool. Yeah, Dragon 14 is 18 things off. They do. They don't mean to. It's just, you know, it's like when you're flying, the minute you want to press that button on the P2 switch on the real aircraft, the minute you go to press it, someone else talks, and you've got to wait then again. operating camera. I love the way the sound changes. It's the headset I'm on. I love the way the sound changes. Let's get the view so you can see the background piece. Let's get the zoom level. Just decrease that a bit. Not too much. That's nice there. Where are we? We're on our way. We are coming into, would that be Luxembourg? Am I right? Or Switzerland? Switzerland. I didn't say Luxembourg somewhere. Where's Luxembourg? Anyway, we got that. So there we are. We're all good. Fat, dumb, and happy. And now, as I said, let's have a look at the comments. So, is there any word on the PMDG 737? I haven't seen any. I was actually looking at news, just trying to find some information. I was trying to find some info, and I didn't. I just took my face off there on the talk, just for a moment. No, I haven't heard anything about it. Didn't they with DC-6? They just appeared out of the blue, didn't they? They just kind of. It's coming out next week, isn't it? So, yeah, no word on it. I hope it's not any psychotropic report. But I think DC-6, I can't complain. It's really well done in the cockpit. I don't really care too much about the seats in the back, But I just, because I see support, I'm going to just stop doing that. Use the tools that Soba gave you. That's my reason there. But they are the best aircraft for commercial aircraft. There's still no doubt about that. We're all very welcome. Good to have you all here. Happy days. Let's get the view a little bit nicer here. A little bit decent here. Very nice. Feature saying, yeah, they had about 75% of their team working on it. They were on track to have it be tested by July, which SU5 threw that off. I imagine they have it testing now in place. Now we have to approach already. I think that would be wise, don't you think? Let's have a look. Now, should really have cruise check history. So cruise, check ECAM, check the weather. Yeah. Yes, the weather. Let's check the weather in Gatwick, folks. This is something I've learned. I've forgotten who taught me this. Was it Deep Future? Was it Dragon 40th? Could have been one of you. Now I want to print out the weather. Okay, right. Yep. You can print. There's a little printer. Down here. I think that's hilarious. I didn't even model that. It's the fly-by-wire, by the way. If memory serves, I go into MCDU menu. Right. I go to ATSU, ATSU. Go to AOC menu. I'm probably getting no. I'm good. Weather request. WX stands for weather. Weather request. And I want the weather for this is Glasgow. Echo Golf Kilo. Bam. Bam. Oh yeah, I just hit that button and then hit send, isn't it? So it's sent. Right? Now if I come back here, return to AOC, I'm going to receive messages. Hopefully that's going to appear there. Takes a while. Message. Doesn't take that long. No, does it? Tech Force says there's a really nice Airbus coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator very soon from a company called Phoenix. Black Box is working on them testing it right now. Okay, interesting. So I didn't get my messages, folks. So I'm going to print the weather. Received messages. Oh, there it is. I just had to come out of this screen and back into it again to refresh, perhaps? Yes. So there's the matter. So, Gatwick. Gatwick Airport issued on 1st 1450 Zulu. The wind is 040 at 12 knots. 10k or more visibility. Broken clouds at 3,500 feet. Temperature 18. Dew point 12. QNH 1030. Now, I'm going to look at my phone, folks. And I'm going to show you the weather I look at for my flying. And I'm going to tell you, is that real? So it's an app called Aero Weather. It's got Aero Weather's an app on your phone. It's got a picture of a wind vane on it. So Echo of Kilo. Yeah, there's a. They're saying that let's check the date, the time. 0115. Okay, it's a different issue time. I think the sim's just a little bit behind, that's all. A few 3,000 feet. It's a bit different. 1812 QNH 1029. So it's a little bit different. Only because it was issued. It's just a little bit behind at the time, that's all. So that's pretty good. No big deal. You know. I am sure I have no problem with that now at all, because think about it. Microsoft have to get the weather, right? They have to imprint the weather into the simulator in the environment. Then they have to put all the data into the whole simulator. So it's going to be about a half an hour behind, isn't it? If you think about all the work that's to be done there. So that's pretty accurate. That's very accurate. Okay. So I'm very pleased with that. But the fun bit, folks. I forgot to tell you, the fun bit. The fun bit is printing it out. Print the weather. Print the weather, and here comes the printout here. There we go. What of that? That is so cool. Then I'll just click on the bit of paper. That's going to put it up here. What of that? There we go. Where is it? There it is. Now, let's go to flight plan. I want to do stuff. Next phase. In the climb. We're in the cruise now. Let's go back to the cruise. In the cruise. That's all fine. The next phase. Destination. Ooh. Do I have to put the destination in here, folks? I think I do. I do. Reading the comments there now, just to see if anyone's going to teach us something new. Press next phase again, says Johnny F. Okay, so that is destination, right? Sorry, that's okay. Johnny F, I understand, it's the cap story. Now, oh yeah, the caps is usually. Oh, the camera's gone. Silly me. The caps is usually when you're shouting at someone. Des descent. Yeah, the descent. Again for approach. That's right. So the QNH is going to be. Clear. The QNH is 1013. Let's do it as the sim. Bump. The temperature is Where is it? 18 degrees. Still quite warm for this time of year, you know. The wind is 04012 knots. 040/12. So you've got the slash in there, and it's because the slash there, you see. Transition altitude. Oh, it's at 5,000 feet. Not today. I'm going to fly it like I stole it. Barrow. I don't know what that is for, to be honest with you. Full config 3. Do I tap on that? What's next? Again, QNH is 1013. Yeah, Q is 1. That's it. I think you're referring to here. Yeah, that's Q013. If you can see the S there. So there we go. Barrow is for the minimum decision altitude. You're obviously right. So what should I? Oh yeah, is it? Oh okay. So this barrow here. So folks, if you're coming into a runway, right, in airfield, and the cloud is very low, there is a minimum descent altitude. I mean, how low do you descend till you see something, or to see something you don't see? So they say, right, in this particular airport, if you don't see the runway by 200 feet above the ground, you go around and you try one more time, and then if the second time doesn't work, you go off and you divert somewhere else. That's how they do it. So we'll say, what we put here. We read the plate. I read the plate. I read the old plate. And we've got a good bit to go. So I've got plenty of time. So let's go to Echo Golf Kilo again. I want to do the which is very neat that I've done this. This here, man, I used to look at manuals for this, it was a nightmare. We're going to do 1 or 8? No, we're going to do 6. 6. So the minimum descent altitude for this is, it's a while since I looked at these plates. Decision height 296. Are you going to be right there saying that? Oh, I have put 0113 here. I made a mistake, folks. Look at this. See that? I made a silly 1030 in the QNH. That's why I have a second officer on board, to double check everything. Oh, I wonder. Now I see the logic. I've got to learn this all over again. Did we confirm that the decision height was 296? Yeah, if you're saying it won't affect the landing, it's for cabin pressure calculations. It's 50 for Cat 3, of course. I said Cat 3 tonight. There we go. There's Cat 3 there. So yeah, so 50 feet. Whoa, 50 feet is not a lot. So thank you. Now, I've never done a Cat 3 landing myself, ever, but in real life. But in a sim, we're going to do it today. So 50 feet in the barrow, am I correct? 50 feet. Boom. Range. 05074. Okay, I don't think that is then. Oh, radio. It's got to be. Is it the radio altimeter it uses? It must be the radio altimeter. That would make sense because it's measuring the radar against the ground, off the ground, isn't it? So that makes sense to me. Happy days. Go around. We won't be doing that hopefully. Straight ahead to 3,000 feet. They go around here on these places as well. So. Mr. Pro to climb 2,000 feet straight ahead until passing 2,000 feet, or D1. Inbound, whichever is later, then turn left to a heading of 178, and then it's directed by ATC. So that's the go around, the missed approach procedure. Barrow is above mean sea level. Okay, thank you. So Barrow should be, let's say 400 feet. It was 390 something, wasn't it? So I put 400 feet in Barrow there, and that makes perfect sense now. So it seems to only allow me one. I prefer, if in reality, I prefer Obviously you have the choice, do you? We're going to Barrow for 50. Great. Now, I remember, and it's funny, I've always had a problem with this. When I'm coming to capture the glide slope, which the glide slope, by the way, for those of you who are new, I'm going to come along at, is it 2,000 feet? Okay, you capture the ILS at 2,000 feet. So it's a beam, a series of radio beams coming up here. And then I'm going to activate the autopilot. It's going to take me all the way down to landing until the flare. In fact, it flares for you in Cat 3, I think. Yeah. And then you brake. That's all you do, is just hit the brakes. I don't know. So we're going to come in at 2,000 feet, which is our base altitude, to capture the ILS. And we capture the ILS either manually or autopilot all the way down. I'm going to do autopilot today. See, it's one of my very first lessons. So 2,000 feet, and then the ILS captures that. So where was I there? That was leading up to something like that. There was something I had to do when I got close to capture the glide slope. So the Barrows mean settle. And you see, I've learned something new now. Just that one thing on that menu. So when I come across to approach, right. So to recap, I put the QNH, the temperature, the magnetic winds, the transition altitude. I don't know what VAP is yet. The Barrow and the radio, that's what we learned here just now. So Barrow is above mean sea level and radio is above the ground. It's radio altimeter. It's like a radar. So there was something else I had to do. Did I not have to activate the approach phase? Is there not something like that? Now, all I have to do then, when I'll descend to 2,000 feet, okay, with the right QNH set, not standard, because when I come past 10,000 feet again, I'll have to switch on the lights, make sure I've standard power and below 250 knots, right, to keep it simple. And then I thought, all I have to do is hit approach button here. Okay, here comes Dragon 40. So he's saying go into approach mode. The plane will fly it all the way down to MINS unless you have auto land, which will then activate. So we're going to use auto land. How do I activate auto land then? And the LS button, yeah. Usually I put that on first. The LS button. Now I'm wondering, can we accelerate a bit here? Because 75, we don't need to go too slow. We're not in the real world, are we? We're only going at 200. Oh, we're actually going quite fast there. You see that red tape there? That's V&E. Is that V&E? I thought it would go yellow first. Right, so that's V&E here at the moment. So that's great. So I've got to work out my descent as well. So how far away are we? How do we find out how far away we are? I go to flight plan. And here it's saying distance is 297 nautical miles. Right, so I just thought the index, if I go to flight plan, I don't know, what was it, performance, or is it a nit? So the cost index is at 80, right? And I remember ages from flying the 737 in X-plane. If I put that to let's say 100, right, it would accelerate the aircraft. Speed we're doing 290. So I don't know if that's active yet. So it hasn't changed the power setting of the engines at all. How long till I land? So how long it will take? Good question. That would be a very obvious question. You know, are we there yet? How long is the remaining trip? Well, first off, I set the Barrow, the clock. What's the clock on? I set the chrono. What's the time for the chrono? What's here? Produce. I started the stopwatch. Oh, there it is there, right? 45 minutes. So it was an hour and 18 minutes, wasn't it? Right? So we've got about half an hour or so to go. 16:27 looks like. But 16:07, that's an hour. That's 17:30, we'll say. So 17:30, which is 5:30. So an hour from now. I thought we'd be there a bit quicker, folks. An hour from now. Yep, an hour from now. So what we could do is we could take. Does anybody want to go to the loo? How long are we? We're an hour. Oh God, we're an hour and 45 minutes now. I'll tell you what, right? Tell me what you think of this. Well, I was streaming on Sunday. We always stream on Sunday at 2100 hours. That's 9 o'clock Irish time, right? Raptor X said, very good point. He says, sometimes, we want to get up and have a cup of tea. We don't want to miss anything. We want to get a snack. An intermission, I dare say. You may want an intermission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an intermission. And I made it a video intermission. So those of you who don't want to get off your seats, you can see what you think of my intermission. We're on the North European server, by the way. That's Droydon. We're on the North. Welcome, Droydon. We're on the North European server. Interruption. Dragonford says, that doesn't make sense, Gripper. Your ground speed is higher per hour than your cumulative distance. Yeah, so where does it tell you the remaining time then for the actual trip? It doesn't make sense, does it? We've been flying for 47 minutes, right? An hour and 18, so that's, let's say 15 and 18, so where does it actually tell you the time remaining? 296 nautical miles. 268. Yeah, it's going down. So you've got 200. Yeah, I've got 267 miles to go. Alright. Okay, great. Oh, the Neo Tree, welcome. The Neo Tree. You're very welcome. Share whatever you like. There's no rules really. We're all learning here. There's no rules. Just be nice, I suppose. Everyone's quite nice, so don't worry about anything like that. It will be. It won't be my first time landing it as such, but it's my first time trying to do a proper flight. Now I've only got the skeleton, but I have to be honest with you. I don't fly these in the real world at all. But I'd like to be able to stream these with a little bit more knowledge. So I've got like a skeleton of knowledge. So that means I've got about 5% or maybe 1% of what I really should know. So if you follow along with me watching these streams, you're bound to learn as well, because I'll be learning with you. What's your ground speed? Oh, you can figure it out from there, I know. Is it ground speed? Oh, these questions are great. It puts me under a bit of pressure. Ground speed is 476 ground speed. So we're flying along, right? But I thought there'd be a little indicator saying your arrival time to the airport will be, I thought it would just tell you. I thought it would just spoon feed you, about a half an hour. About half an hour, roughly. Let's check. Yeah, that's all good. Let's check where we are before we go for the intermission. Navigography who's here. Yeah, we're going over at the north of France now. Yeah. North of France, and then then we got to start planning. So quick intermission. If you want to go to the loo, now's a good time. I might play an ad. I hope you don't mind playing an ad. I thought I'd try a few ads to see how it goes, because if I can't, I gotta buy all this stuff, and I've got the producer to feed. The producer has to be fed, so I'm gonna try little AIRBUS, see how that goes, and then we're gonna have an intermission. The intermission I hope is entertaining. You gotta bear with it though, right? So we're gonna have an ad and then the intermission, and if you want to go to the loo, now it's a good time. If I just find all this stuff, I really do that. Some extra pair of hands would be nice. That's all the stuff you get to work on. So we're gonna have a quick ad break, and then I'm gonna have a look at an intermission. So those of you who are already subscribed, of course, or who are members or whatever it is, you won't see the ad, so I just keep talking. So there's the ad running now, so if you can see me and hear me, there's the ad. I just want to see how that works, because, you know, I want to do this a lot more. I want to do it long term, so I have to think about ways to keep the channel going, you know, and it all comes down to getting some food going. Also, I want to invest in a camera for the producer. The producer, yes, we have a new producer. It'll be in the producer will say hello to you in the intermission. In the intermission, we'll introduce the producer to you. So that will be great. So there you go, we're at the cruise, and then we're going to start calculating when I should descend and how long it's going to take. So I can't even remember how to do that. Shocking. I laugh. Okay, intermission time, folks. And now, an intermission.
And now, let's enjoy an intermission. We hope you filled your snack bar full of tasty treats to eat and drink. Perhaps a tempting tasting hunting dog, or a thirst-quenching sugar drink. Some fresh punching popping corn perhaps, or an assortment of sugar-coated sweetness, even enjoying a sickness stick. We've plenty of time, so visit your snack bar now. See now, Mr. and Mrs. Barker enjoying and gorging on the lovely treats with their lovely children. You could be doing this too, you still have time. And for those of you tea lovers, let's have a look at some tea-making tips. Yes, the most important tea-making tip, of course, when you have time, is to use the right mug. Yes, the right tea mug is always the right way. Look for the Grippersim tea mug. Yes, it makes your tea taste 20% better. Now, don't worry, you still have plenty of time to make your cup of tea. Mrs. Ainsley Creetra, what do you think of drinking a cup of tea from the Grippersim mug as opposed to the normal mug?
Lovely. It's not everyone who can make a good cup of tea.
Splendid, Mrs. Ainsley Crabtree. Now, here are the ladies discussing the 6 points of making a good cup of tea, and of course the Grippersim mug will be included. Which number will it be?
Can I remember them? Of course you can. Try now. All right, here goes. Number 1.
Mama, see the Grippersim mug?
Always use a good quality tea.
Yes, of course.
Good. Number 2. Always use freshly drawn water, right? Number 3. Remember to warm the teapot or urn. Everyone knows that one. And number 4. Measure the right quantity of tea for the amount of water in the pot. Very good. Number 5. The water must reach boiling point. Pot to the kettle, not kettle to the pot. And the last rule, number 6.
Here we go.
Let the tea brew for 5 to 10 minutes.
Damn your eyes, woman! Grippersim tea mug.
Where does it all start? Sometimes here, with an acid stomach, or here, with tense upset digestive nerves. It may even reach here, with a fuzzy, achy feeling in the head.
Are you suffering from intermission anxiety? It's the acid tension trouble triangle you're suffering from. Yes, now there's a new anti-intermission liquid, Peptus Liquid Elixir. It will break that bothersome intermission trouble triangle. This fast-acting liquid has no need to wait for it to dissolve, as it's in liquid form. With unknown ingredients, it will settle acid in your stomach and those nasty intermission blues. Side effect of Peptus may include constipation, skin rash or dermatitis, diarrhea, dizziness, drowsiness, dry mouth, severe migraines, insomnia, suicidal thoughts, abnormal heart rhythms, internal bleeding, cancer, loss of sexual appendages, funny walk syndrome, loss of hair, reddening of the hair, big red nose syndrome, whitening of the skin, unusual voice patterns, childish behaviors, a propensity to blow up balloons.
Death. Break that intermission trouble triangle with Peptas. Yes, Peptas available somewhere.
Just a minute, folks. Yes, that's all it takes to visit our refreshment counter in the lobby. There you'll find popcorn and an assortment of popular candy bars to please every taste. Try one of these delicious candy bars. Big time.
Ingredients include chemicals derived from petroleum.
Butternut.
Preservatives including sodium benzoate and sulfur dioxide. No nuts included.
Milkshake.
Including wood pulp and duck feathers as fillers.
Payday.
Including propylene glycol, carcinogenic flavorings, including trace elements of starch, strychnine, and
Topped
lead.
with Hollywood's super-rich coating of the kind you like best. They taste wonderful. They're delicious. They're nutritious. Get one at our confection counter in the lobby now.
And now a word from our esteemed producer. Such kind words. And now back to our normally scheduled programming. Yes. That was an intermission. I hope you enjoyed the intermission. I hope you got your treats. And yes, we're still on the way, so I better start planning my descent. Let me see here now where we are. Okay, so we're at 32,000 feet. Let me work this out with my pen. I haven't done this for a while, so 32,000. The altitude of Unt Airport is... Let's have a look at Naviggraph here. I'll do here. It's only a couple of 100 feet, I think. Did you like the dog? Yes, I'm looking after a dog for a couple of years for the previous owner. And Buttons. Buttons is the new producer. And I'm going to get another camera, hence the advertisements. I'm sure you understand. So you can have a look at my controls, what I'm doing with my hands, hopefully. And then a doggy cam. I saw someone doing it once and I thought it was hilarious. We'll give it a try. No sim sounds. You've no sim sounds? Oh, look, that's because I turned down the... Yeah, interesting. So, yeah, I turned down the desktop audio there. Thank you, Dragon 40th. Because I thought during that intermission you were getting the desktop sounds as well. So during the intermission, could you hear the sim as well? Joey Mac Design is on. Greetings, Joey Mac Design. Welcome. Welcome to the madness. The crazy madness is about to begin. The crazy madness is about to begin. Oh, God. Water tastes so much better out of the Grimmerson mug. I just like the way I put that one in. Now, someone was calling me there, so let me just have a look at my old calculator here. So... Oh, it's only a rough guesstimate. What was the trick to... what's the altitude? It's 400 feet. No. 200 feet. Okay, so it's not going to make a difference. Right, so it's pretty much sea level, as far as I'm concerned, for the moment. Now, so what was it? You take your height, and you divide it by something. So the total height, we'll say 32, right? What do you divide it by? You divide it by 10? Damn it. Slipped out of my head every time. So I'm trying to decipher how many miles out I need to descend. Right? And it's bizarre when you haven't done this for a while how easy it is to forget if you don't use it. So we're 170 nautical miles out. Dragon 40th has to leave in 5 minutes. He needs to go and fly some real airplanes. Excellent. Are you doing flying lessons, Dragon 40th, aren't you? Divide by 3, that's right. It's always by 3 in aviation. I should have known that. But there was something else. There was another one I learned and it was really cool. Let's try that. 32. So, well, that doesn't make sense. Is that 106 miles out then I need to start descending? Divide by 3. Oh, with 32 divide by 3 and you divide... No, that's 10 miles out. That's not going to... Oh, 10 miles. Is that it? 10 miles to descend 30... I don't know, folks. Is it? It'll come to me. It'll come to me. No, it's definitely not 10 miles out to start my descent. It can't be 10 miles out. There's no way. That has just slipped my mind now. So it is 106. So 32. 106 it looks like to me. We'll try 106. Jack of Forkleaf is the king of the Airbus. He does know everything, so we're going to go with 106 miles. So we've got 50 miles to go, folks. 50 miles to go before we start our descent. And that descent is going to be to... We've no ATC to worry about today. I hear barking. That's the producer saying he's confirmed that 106 miles is correct. Yes, thank you, producer. Right, so what else do you do? I mean, to just sit up here all day? Cruise checks to descent. Okay, PDU altitude, we did that. Oh, PCU altitude. PCU altitude. Oh, aviation does love its acronyms. Set and push. What is that? PCU altitude. Anybody? If you program the approach into the CDU, it should give your exact calculation top of descent. Yes. Oh, Dusty. Thank you, Dusty. This is stuff I gotta look up in videos, you know. The real life videos that you can get, you know. Seatbelt sign. It comes on. Yeah. Anti-ice off. I haven't put any anti-ice on. What's the temperature? La temperature is... Where is it? Where is the temperature? Where is the temperature? Minus 15. Oh, we've got no ice. Do you know why we have no ice? Anybody? Any guesses? Any guesses why there's no ice building up in the aircraft? Well, there's no moisture. You know? But we are going to go through some clouds, it looks like. As we are in real life weather. I could print out the weather again and just update stuff, couldn't I, before we've got 50 miles to go. I do love that livery. It's really well done. Yeah, all the passengers are packed up and happy. We're about to get a shock of their lives. For sure. There's no doubt about that. Yes, I do. Let's have a look at the... there. Yeah, that looks quite good, doesn't it? Better than nothing. You know, that's pretty cool. Where's all the boys? There's Angry Aaron. Skydiver 88. Is he with us? Icarus is definitely with us. Time Supernova. It looks like I think you're with us, Time Supernova. I don't know about the boys over there. Boys and girls over here. Few people flying in the UK today, folks. Excuse me. So, what did you think of the intermission? Entertaining? Should it be longer? Should it be shorter? Probably longer. Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. We're going to approach the channel now shortly. I think it was kind of okay. Let's do a quick update of the weather. Let's see what happens if I print it again. What have I got? How many miles to go? I have 35, 29 miles, plenty of time. Dragon 48 loved it. I just thought you might have heard the desktop audio as well. Anyway, what is one to do? Yeah, we've been streaming for 2 hours now, and I just thought you could, you might want to go and get a snack. So I'll do that intermission. Because, like on Sundays, because I start at like 9 o'clock in the evenings, Irish time, and we all join in, but it goes on to quite late sometimes. So people, they want to kind of they want to stop and go to bed because it's late. It's Monday the next day. So if I have an intermission, they go, okay, that's me done. See you later. And they go to bed, the others can stay on. One day I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning doing the challenge. Yeah, so a few intermissions wouldn't be a bad idea. So now, my descent, so we said, what, 106 miles out? That'll do. 106, was it? What was it? 106. Descent at 106 miles out. I'm probably going to 800 feet a minute. 5's the standard. I was going to get an update in the weather, wasn't I? So let's go to 118 now, but a bit quick. Performance. No, it wasn't performance. It was data. No, it was MCDU. Yeah. Options. Realism. What's this? What is this? Okay, let's not get distracted. Atsu, and then to AOC menu and weather request. I want the meter, please, for descent for those two. Sent, then I go to return to AOC and messages received. Messages are here. There's 15, 20, 20, updated or no? Is that the updated? No. Okay, it hasn't. Well, it wouldn't have changed, really. Is that every half hour? Every half hour? Or every hour? Report. Yeah, okay, that's the same. So, no updates in the weather yet. Oh, yes, there is. It didn't update, so I clicked on the wrong one. So, here we go. Has that been updated? 1029, it's still 1029, that's fine. 03010 knots, it's not going to change things that much. So it hasn't changed a great deal. I'm sure I could update it again, but we're running out of time. So at least I know where to go. Okay, that's all set, great. Anything else I have to do besides descend? Alright, oh god, I'm late. Let's start descending. Descend to, we'll go to 5,000 feet initially. And I want to hit the forward button. That's it, and we start to descend. Good, there we go, we're descending now. Happy days, 800 feet a minute, and it's auto descending there. Happy days. So whereabouts are we? We have 100 miles to go, and that's all good. Anything else? Check your throttles. Oh, damn. What the deuce? What happened there, folks? That's very strange. Did I hit them with the mouse? Oh, the throttle's come off, is it? I shouldn't be descending at 3,300 feet a minute, no? Should I be descending at 3,300 feet a minute? I know, I was in climb mode, so I should be back here, is that right? You know, just as long as it's not in climb mode, auto throttle mode. It was active, it was working in auto throttle. Really, 3,000 feet a minute? I don't think so. Dragon 40th, no problem. I know you've got to go, you've got to leave work probably. It's also in climb mode, I forgot about that. Wow. I don't know if it's 3,000 feet a minute. I'm not descending at 3,000 feet a minute. I think there's something wrong with that. Let's do it manually. Let's go to... No, that's plus. Minus, please. I want to go at... Oh, good God. 800 feet a minute should do it. Give me 8. Okay. And my control. Thank you. Now we're going at 800 feet a minute. That just doesn't look right to me. 3,000 feet a minute would burst your eardrums off, would it not? I've been overridden again, have I? No, 800 feet a minute is good. So we're going to 5,000 feet. Now, I may get there too early, I don't know. Well, oh geez, it might be too late. Let's go to 2,500 feet. It's 2,000 feet, isn't it? We want to go to... Oops, 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 oops. 3,000 feet. No, it's 2,000 feet, isn't it? Yes. So, panic time. Panic time. Descent. I'm sorry, Dragon 40, you had to go, but you can watch this. I always stick them in YouTube, and they stay in Twitter for 2 weeks. Seatbelt sign or the anti-ice. I said I'll put that. I'll leave that off. It's only -2 degrees here, and we've got a long way to go, so that's not going to be an issue. When lower than 10,000 feet, landing lights come on, and we go to standard barrel. We go to 1030, isn't it? 10 QNH is 1030. Okay, good. The range fine. Cross constraints. Okay, fine. Firm ILS frequency. I've done that already. Intercepting the heading. Okay, fine. But flaps 10 miles out. Flaps 1, and then 8 miles out. Flaps 2. Ground altitude is already set. Flaps 2. Landing gear. Right, okay, so that's all good. And you fly the rest. The rest, I just fly like I started. This is the bit where things could go wrong now for me. Okay, this is the bit where it could go wrong for me. We're now 73 miles out, and we're passing 22,000 feet. So it looks like it's going to be okay. Johnny F73, which for me is 4,000 feet a minute. Not sure if that's because you're in a pressurized cabin. Then again, Johnny F says if you're on an open descent, it descends at 3 degrees. Now it's back up to 2,000 feet a minute because it's gone back to auto for some reason. See, it's hard to tell if it's a little bug or is it how the real thing flies. So, okay, well let's just do that then. Let's do as it says. It's 2.5 to 4,000 feet a minute actually. I didn't know that. I thought it would be about 800 feet a minute. Because I haven't flown one of these in real life, I've never seen that. It's always been like 500 feet a minute for me, because I'm always below 10,000 feet. 500 feet, they say, for a piston is enough, you know. But yeah, there you go. Maybe I'm learning something new then. So, fair enough, ski. I'll look it up in the real world video. Probably if I went at 800 feet a minute, it wouldn't have been so good. Let's have a look at our nav mode here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, we got a bit to go. 19,000 feet. We might get there a bit early, but better earlier than late. But of course, the real world ACT would be telling you. It just, you know, they're talking to real world pilots. It's easy. They're just given headings, and they're lined up by ATC right to intercept the localizer. So, you know, happy days. A lot of people flying around UK today. Quite a few. Not a mad amount. I think UK would be busier, but then again, everyone's at work or coming home from work now. So very good. Hi, when will the VNAV be working? I have no word on that actually. I have no word on that, which is a pity. I was looking at the news today actually, Tom B 16116. I was looking for some news for everything flight sim related, and I didn't see anything on it. It could be out already, I don't know. Everybody wants the VNAV. I understand that. I'm sure I'll hear it. I have no doubt it'll come out. When it comes out, I'll hear it. So let's see how accurate you are with my time. So, excuse me, the time we had on the chrono is down here. So we're 1 hour 15 minutes into it. So it did say 1 hour 18 minutes. So I wonder why. It's not far off. You know, it's not far off. Now, all I have to do to intercept the localizer I set something. What was it? I'm sure there was something else. Hit the localizer button. And then hit the LS button when I think I've intercepted it. And hit approach. That's it. Is that it? What have I forgotten? Oh, I haven't forgotten anything. I thought I forgot my little job at 10,000 feet, which is to switch the landing lights on. What was the descent? I'm just reading my checklist here. So we're good. Okay, just having a quick look at the chat. This is where it all, you know, still descending. Just checking the auto throttle is on. Yes, it is. Good. Good. Put the anti-icing on just as good habits die hard. You never know if I'll ever get to. Will I ever get to? No, probably not. Anti-icing. Will I ever get to use it again? Don't know. Anti-icing is on. And we are going to also seatbelt signs off. Oh, that's the climb, you dummy. Where is the descent checklist? Coming up, coming up, coming up. Okay. Yeah, seatbelt sign on. No, the wrong checklist. Anti-ice, I said, okay, oh, you put the anti-ice off, descent? I'm going to the guys, there's going to be moisture. Well, what's the temperature? Let's look at this logically. Oh, we are fine, so we leave the anti-ice off. I shouldn't have, I was a little bit, I just wanted to press buttons there. Let's put on our barometric pressure of 1013. Let's switch it from standard to 1013. Sorry, 1030. 1030. Good. Landing lights and all that kind of stuff on. Where's all the lights? It doesn't tell me the lights here going to 10,000 feet, so I'm just going to put on what I think should be on. That's our two lights here. Oh, that's the tracked. Don't be dummy. They're on. One-way lights on. Strobe is on. Beacon's on. Ring light. Put him on. Nose light to taxi. Can we put the nose light on the taxi light now? No. I don't know. Seatbelt signs on. Put out your cigarettes as well, please. God dang. Come on. On. Good. Done. Oh, we got a bing bang. And it didn't show for some reason, but Tom B 116 has just followed. Welcome, Tom B. I'm learning, as you can see, the AIRBUS. Learning how to fly the AIRBUS. I'm passing 8,500 feet now. Getting a little bit nervous because I'm coming up to the arc and I'm not low enough. So can I slow down a good chunk? I think that would be wise. Let's put flaps 1 in as well as the brakes. Not too much brakes. We're coming in too fast. Far too fast. No wonder I'm going to be in trouble. You see what happens? You're reading. You got to be on top of it. Just a little bit above the old speed there. I should be going a lot slower. You know. I want to seriously slow down now, folks. I'm going to go to flop 2. I want to send more than 800 feet a minute, you dummy. I'll just send a lot faster than that. Passengers in the back would be quite stressed out. Let's get the localizer on. See, look. I should be coming in underneath the glide slope, folks. But that looks okay now. I think we might get it. Got our localizer set, that's fine. Everything's good. All I have to do now is capture the glide slope. The equal sign. Oh, I see. There's the equal sign. You can. Okay, great. See, I'm going a little bit too fast, but that's okay. I can take up those. I'll go back to flaps 1 here again. Take off the speed brakes and arm the speed brake. Now we're kind of okay. Good. Auto throttle is still engaged. Fine and dandy. Okay, we're coming closer to it now. Now I've got an overspeed again because, you know. Come on, brakes. Slow me down. I want 2,000 feet, please, not 3,000. Why am I stuck at 3,000 feet? Why is one stuck at 3,000 feet? I want 2,000 feet. Maybe on the plate it was 2,000 feet. Usually it's 3,000 feet. So let's see if we can intercept 3,000 feet. Matty says, Matty Bean 1971 says, just got back from Tesco shop and great gripper's still alive. Then comes the overspeed warning. Yes. This is, I think this would be very common for people to do this. You know, you're behind the airplane and you know, there's a lot of stuff to do and you're too high, but I think we're okay. We're below the glide slope. What's going on here? Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get rid of the terrain radar off as soon as I can see, and let's zoom in a little bit. Things are getting busy. So here you see, here we're going to turn on the glide slope here now. So I'm going to be a little bit high intercepting it. All I'm going to do, I hope this works. I might have to take over manually if I stuff it up, because I'm going to autopilot all the way down, folks. Cat 3, I want the 2 autopilots on. I don't want to forget about that. So let's put the other one on now. Can we put the other one on now? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. We are now coming down to our 2,000 feet. Good. Airport's over here somewhere. It's actually down here. There it is. So yes, we're going to frighten all the farmers, all the cows. We're a little bit too low now, as it turned out. But in reality, you'd have ATC. And yes, VATSIM. I would like to get into VATSIM. The ground is getting closer, Commander Ilganter, because I descended too quick. I was overzealous. Just by a little bit. I don't know. I'm sure one of you watching actually flew to Gatwick in the real world. I don't know. But yeah, we're a little bit too early. But on the plates it says capture to 2,000 feet. That's 10 miles out. So we 10 miles out now. So we'll put the gear down. 14 miles out. So it's going to be gear down and flaps 2. Or flaps 1 out. That's 10 miles. Oh yeah, it was a bit early with the flaps, isn't it? So now I'm just wasting fuel. I have one stage 1 of flaps because I wanted to slow down. At some point taking them up to put them down, is there? So we're going to come up to the glide slope now. 8 miles out. Looks after we've intercepted the glide slope. We're now 13 miles out. I'm kind of guessing it now, flying it like I stole it. Come on, bring me onto the glide slope, Mr. Airplane. Panic time! As you can see in my face, I am a little bit panicked. A little bit panicked. Real world weather. It's a lovely day here in Gatwick. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your seats back. Put your head between your knees. Kiss your ass goodbye. And say your prayers. Where is the localizer? Okay, that makes sense. It's still to the right. It's going to come in. There it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Now, this diamond will start coming down here soon. 10 miles out, flaps 1. Okay, so we're 10 miles out. Flaps 1. Flaps 1 is already down. 8 miles out, flaps 2. And it's doing everything it's supposed to do. We always have time for some eye candy. There we go. Coming in. Gripper Sim livery. Crazy madness. There's the runway. Lots of people waiting for us. There's Angry Aaron. There's all the boys waiting for us. Wish me luck. Okay, we've got to be 8 miles in now. Coming into 8 miles, flaps 2. And then we put the gear down, don't we? Okay, let's put the gear down. No, we wait for a little bit. You know. There's flaps 2. We're 170 knots and decreasing speed. And gear down. Gear's coming down. Oh, I missed that now. I'll just get the camera about here. Here comes the gear. Happy days. More busy work for me. Where's the mouse gone? Panic, panic. Got to get everything ready. I want to get the recording for the flight. Double click on this little thing here because you want to see the landing. Come on, load up. Forgot about that. We're coming down, I hope. I should be in the cockpit. Come on, where are you? Load up. Come on. Let's see what I'm doing now in a second, folks. It's not loading now for the first time ever. That's just dandy. That's just dandy. Come on. Flight recorder won't load. Madfis is following. And record. Great, now we can see my landing. Thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for following. Okay, I'm off the glide slope. Taking over manually. Bugger. That's because I was outside. Approach mode. I didn't hit approach mode. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly it manually. And I'm going to get this thing down. Oh man. I didn't hit approach mode. That's what happens when you take your eyes off everything. Displeased. Flaps coming down. Auto brakes already armed. So it's going to be a manual landing now. So yeah. And too high. Too high. If I had a lever for the speed brakes, I would like that. But I've got to use the mouse, which saddens me. And that mouse won't work.
1,000.
Oh god, I'm going to get the half speed brakes. This is just a disaster now after all that flying. 160 knots. I want more brakes, but I got to move the mouse to get at the brakes.
500.
There we go.
400.
At least I have reverse thrust. So it's going to be a long landing into Gatwick.
300.
There is going to be calls made. I'm going to have to go to the tower. And they're going to... Okay, concentrating. On the poppies. Saved. I've saved the day. I'm on the poppies now. Just a little bit high,
100.
not too high. Concentrating. It's going to be a nice landing.
40.
Come on, come on.
30.
Come on.
20.
Don't use rudder. Straighten up the airplane.
10.
Come on.
5.
I'm off the centre line. Reverse thrust. Pushing forward on the stick. Well, we 80 knots. We got there. We got there, folks. I didn't hit the approach button. I'm furious I didn't hit the approach button. Because I wanted to get some eye candy in and record the flight. Because I wanted to record the flight and play around with menus, I got distracted and didn't hit the approach button. To get a good landing. To record the good landing. Right? And of course, because of that, I didn't hit the approach button. And, okay, got permission to go across. And of course, I got a bad landing because you saw it. You saw it all. I'm probably taxing way too fast here. So, you know, it went okay. I did get here. I think we did some things. It just seems that there should be a lot more to flying the Airbus. You know, there is a lot more. I know there is. There's lots of buttons I don't know what to do. But looking at videos on the real world flying might be a little bit of... Let's see what people are saying on the chat. I'm going to park up the gate here and get all that stuff going, folks. That's going to be a bit of fun. Could be worse. You could have had a sim crash on final. Oh, that's because... Yes. No, I wouldn't crash. I wouldn't crash. But yes, this is Gatwick, folks. We're going to go to the gate, get all the stuff out. Let's see if how that works. And for those of you who are new, I want to show you something. I'm going to come to a halt here. So ATC has asked us to come to a halt, okay? What's that? Just before taxiway. Oh, I'm going to fly by. Well, someone's doing worse than me. Now, you know, I'm going to stop here, right? Just for the moment. Not over yet. It ain't over until the aircraft's secure. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go to bleh. I'm going to go to air traffic control. Request taxi to parking. General aviation. I don't want to go to the general aviation park. Are you kidding me? Have they no gates? I'm ignoring them. Brakes on. No, brakes off. Yeah. So what did I do wrong? I had the throttle and climb all the way in the cruise. Yeah. I messed up a little bit the descent. I think I was too low. And then because I was flip-flopping around with the flight recorder. Oh yeah, let me show you the flight there. Let me show you the flight. Is there no gates in Gatwick? Oh, hang on. So I should have asked for the gate, not parking. Let's try that again then. Ground services, please. Oh, I'll just find any old gate. I'll figure that out. Let's keep moving. I find a gate. And then the descent was a little bit messy, and then because I was looking for the recorder which I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you the landing. In my shame, it'll be interesting. Be interesting landing though. And yeah, that I know what I did wrong. Squishy is now following. Squishy, welcome, welcome to the crazy madness. I hope you've been enjoying the madness. I do. Do you know what I should get? I should get a scenery for Gatwick, folks. Because I think it's quite a popular airport, is it not? Darren says you already, yeah, you already messed it up. Oh, there goes Jimmy. Nice flyby, Jimmy. Things are afoot in Gatwick. I'm looking for gates. Is there no gates in Gatwick? There's some gates. There's some more gates. Okay, well, loads of gates in Gatwick. Let's randomly go down. No, not this one. I'm going to go down here beside one of these guys here. What I wanted to show you was the little... You can set it so there's little kind of indicators. Because it's very hard now. If I want to read the taxiways, it is quite tricky. You know, it's quite tricky finding our way around these airports. And that's the problem I always seem to have. I see a gate here. I'm going to go down here. No, that's good there. Can I go... I want to get this bit done smoothly, folks. Is this going to still give me grief? No. Would you... ATC, I want to talk to you again, please. Back to clearance. Yeah, back to clearance. Ground services. It's not giving me anything. Okay, so manual it is. There's a gate over here. It looks like. There's a yellow line there. So it's busy here in Gatwick with everybody. There's a lot of people flying to Gatwick today. I'm going the wrong way, folks. I'm going the wrong way. I think I'll download the actual Gatwick scenery. But then, you know, that's a lot of sceneries to be paying for. Do you know? Because then it's going to be Gatwick, then it's going to be something else, then it just never ends. You got to choose your airports, don't you? Now here we go. Let's see if we can get onto this gate here. And let's see if the gate will actually work. I know I'm taxiing a bit too fast. Oh. Passengers are screaming. They're going ballistic. And we should be on the centre line there. Now I don't know, I'm going to have to guess this one because there's no markers here or anything. Let's try that. A little bit more in. Okay, brakes are on. Brakes on. Let's hop outside and see if we got that anyway right. Oh, look at that livery. And I forgot to take the flaps up while I was taxiing back. I forgot to switch off the lights. I forgot to switch off the strobes. Disaster. And I see people doing this and they're taxiing back and they're flicky, switchy, and they're going, yeah. And see, look at, I have to aim the mouse. You know, aim the mouse, you know, off here, and that should be off. That should be off there. The strobe should definitely be off because I'm blinded about 6 people now. Beacon stays on, mean that can come off, that can come off. Seatbelt lines now come, no, they stay on. Their passengers are up anyway. You know the way they always jump up for their bags? Anyway, that's shut down checklist. Let's play with the gates. Can I play with the gates here in Gatwick? Ooh, here we go. Let's get the bags. Let's get the catering for some reason for tomorrow's flight. Request jetway connection. All the stuff. There we go. Get rid of the bloody menu, please, Gripper Sim. And did I park correctly? Did I do some good parking? Yes, I think I did. There comes the bags. There we go. And we're all set. Well, there you go, folks. D-feature, this is brilliant. What's that? Okay, we'll look at that shortly. Oh, thank you, D-feature. What is that? What is this? Oh, okay, I'll have a look at that later. So yes, folks, there you go. There's a random stream for today. So some things learnt. I'm going to be doing lots more of the Airbus all the time during the week. Not all the time, but a lot, as much as I can. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I want to make another video this week, so I wonder will I get another stream in. We'll see how things go. I think tonight I'll work on making my next video, and my next video is actually 8.5 an hour on YouTube. So wow, that was great. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm trying to figure out who's with us because we got new people today. Icarus is definitely with us. Common Fever, are you with us? Who else is with us there? It's hard to tell because of the time of day it is. Usually you get the same people on Sundays. So look at that, guys. Everyone's flying around. They're all doing their stuff. It's a busy airport. It looks quite incredible. There's someone taking off, landing. There's so much activity. And you know what? While I'm here with you, if you want to see it, a curiosity, what are the sounds like of the other aircraft? Can we hear the other aircraft? Can we? Yes, we can. Look at that. Brilliant. So, folks, again, I'll end the old stream, and I will see you again. Of course, videos are back on Fridays. I've got one coming out, as I said, every Friday, and maybe more, and lots of streaming. So, thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Yeah, Friday, Matt, could be a good one. When is your next flight? Dryden says. I don't know. Well, definitely. It's always Sundays at 2100 hours. That's 9 o'clock in the evening, Irish UK time. Always. But I want to stream a lot more during the week, but I haven't put a schedule on yet because I don't know how it's going to pan out with the time of making the videos and doing the streaming, so I'm just going to pop on when I get the time. In the theory is I'll be able to stream more if I do it like this, but the long goal is to have a schedule for all the streams. So there you go. So do follow along. We'll all learn the Airbus together. I'll always point out the simple things when I get to be experienced one day. Oh, sorry, jeez, I almost forgot. I didn't show you the replay. Okay, here's the replay of my landing. That would have been terrible. As I said I would. Here we go. Here we go is the replay before we go, folks. Here's where we were at 3,000 feet. Oh, we're just putting the gear down here. Alright, so that was fine. Then I went... The door's open. The door's open. Yeah. Now, do you know why that is? That's because the recording doesn't work very well in my defense, okay? The recording doesn't... I just want to slow down the camera here. There we go. The recording doesn't work very well. So, because the aircraft is actually on the ground, okay? The door's open. So, I'm coming in, look how high I was. I was far too high. So, I was trying to get the brakes, in my defense. I was trying to get the brakes, and I was looking at this. This is what I was looking at. I was trying to get this going. You know, flight recorder going. Right? Flight recorder is great. It's the only one that works, for me at least. Now, I'm sinking too fast here. I got all the brakes out. Look at all the brakes hanging out there. So, by that time, I'd finished fiddling around with this. All the brakes were on. Everything, all the shit was out. You know. All the stuff. Flaps, the works. And I got onto the pappy, so look. Then I got too high, so you got one red light. Now you got two, so I was going, oh yeah, I got the pappy, so I got that. Now let's have a look at this landing. And I was off the centre line a little bit. And here we go, here we go. So I wasn't going to freak out here at this point. And I didn't quite get the centre line either. Long landing, long landing. And there we go, a little touchdown there. And then I got the reverse. And it was a bit sloppy. But it looked okay. It looked okay. Didn't it? So there you go. Looks fine to me, D-Feature says. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But if you see nothing wrong, then you know you're in trouble then, don't you? But it was okay. I haven't done this for a long time. There's going to be... Thank you so much, D-Feature, for helping out. And who else was it? Droiden. Squishy, thanks for coming on. Johnny F73, as always, I really appreciate your help. Matt Sibley's on again. And who just joined us here? We had Squishy, we had Mad Fists, we had Tom B 1616, and we had Droiden. And Window Liquor, 2 hours ago, Window Liquor, brilliant now. So guys, thanks for joining. And remember, if you want to support the channel, all you do, if you see one of my videos, share it on a website if you think it's good enough. That's how you support a channel on YouTube, because YouTube isn't very good at YouTube is not very good at telling people what's out there. So I won't keep you. Have a nice tea, and I might come on later on. No, I've got to work on a video tonight. But look at guys, thanks a million. Here's the outro scene, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks.